This is Mitch Bennett speaking. I'm going to Grand Canyon very soon to direct a picture called, believe it or not, Grand Canyon. We're looking at scenes here in the studio taken by our location department so we can pick the best spots to photograph our picture. For instance, there's a scenic spot. It's called Yavapai Point, and I've got a swell sequence planned to take place there. You see, the hero meets the girl at this spot, and...
Here comes the boss, Mr. Bennett. Shall I hit the lights?
Okay, Bert.
House lights, boys.
Hello, Mr. Lippert.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Chief.
Sit down, Mitch, sit down.
We've just been looking at some scenes of Grand Canyon. Sure is a beautiful spot. When do you plan to send us there to make the picture?
Well, I'll tell you, we got a bad weather report. You better come over to the office. I want to talk to you. And, by the way, here's the final script. Come on, Barry.
Grand Canyon means romance and love to me. The world just doesn't matter, darling. It's love time in my heart. Grand Canyon, ageless land of mystery. Grand Canyon brought your loving arms to me. So hold me close to you, my darling. It's love time in my heart.
Cut. That's all for today, Bert. Wrap it up.
Okay, boys, strike the set.
What's the matter, Mitch? Didn't you like the scene?
Wasn't too good.
Well, if it wasn't too good, it's your own fault, Mitch. Terry and I played the scene the way you wanted us to. You should have listened to me in the first place. I didn't want to play the scene around a campfire setting.
That's nobody's fault, Tex. It's just the phoniness of the whole thing that's wrong. Look, that's supposed to be Grand Canyon. Now, when the set's wrong, then everything in it looks phony.
Now, wait a minute. I resent that. I've never been accused of looking phony before. Maybe you haven't read the notices on my last picture.
Oh, take it easy, Tex, before you burst your hatband. Look, Mitch, since you can't go to Grand Canyon, why don't you make the best of it here?
Why, sure. We can't bring Hollywood to Grand Canyon, so we bring Grand Canyon to Hollywood.
Here's some requisitions to sign. Hey, Mabel, for a hairdresser, you sure can butt into everybody's business.
Listen, Lane Brain, show me a little respect or I'll report you to the union.
Oh, cut the yakking and see that Terry's on time tomorrow. Come on.
Look, Mitch, I know you're still thinking how nice it'd be to shoot the picture right in Grand Canyon. But there's one little item that you're forgetting, the expense. The boss would never go for it, and you know it.
Why not? Get a better picture and a lot of publicity as well.
Personally, I'm all for it. Maybe I'd have a vacation, too. I've made so many westerns this year, I'm saddle happy.
Yes, it would be nice if we could get away so we could be together.
I don't think you've got a chance of talking him into it. You know how he feels about those location trips. And if anything happens while they're up there, why, you're just sticking your neck out.
Well, bad weather reports or not, if I can catch him after he looks at what we shot today, I may be able to sell him after all.
Have you seen the paper? We're going to Grand Canyon after all.
Canyon and my mule is getting mad. His leg give out and he's feeling sad. Get me right back home where I ought to be. I don't want that mule getting mad at me. Oh, I'm a Texas millionaire from way up west. Come on.
I don't care what you say, Mike. As far as I'm concerned, mules are never made for riding.
Cheer up, Wendy. We only got a few more miles to go.
Sure be glad when we get that mule concession paid off, and we can hire somebody else to break these mules in.
Yeah, well, at the rate we're going, that wind may be a long way off. Those mules eat too much.
Now, if you'll just let me take what we've saved so far and run over to Las Vegas.
Oh, no, you don't.
Well, if I have a lucky streak, I'm liable to break the bank. The way I did at Monte Carlo.
No kidding, Wendy. Did you really break the bank at Monte Carlo?
Sure did. Won 1,347,000 francs. I was playing chemin de ferry.
Chemin de ferry? What's that?
Oh, that's a French game. Instead of playing with chips, they play with chemins. Anyway, there I was.
Come on, let's go. Hey, Wendy, were you ever out of the state of Arizona?
No.
That's what I thought.
Let's take the shortcut, huh?
I don't know, it looks pretty rough to me.
Oh, what's the difference? We can stand it for a few more miles. It's been a long, tiresome trip. I'll be glad when we get there.
All right, suit yourself.
Oh, the mule's mad at me. Don't want no trouble with me.
Hey, cowboy, how about getting those mules out of the way?
Sorry, folks, but I'm afraid you're on the wrong road.
What do you mean the wrong road? This sign back there said this trail leads to Canyon Lodge.
That sign back there says for mules only, too.
Well, all right, I'll hee-haw for you then. Come on, let's get through, huh?
Now, wait a minute. This road wasn't built for automobiles. If you'll take my advice, you'll back up and take the main highway.
That's what we should have done in the first place. Swing around, Tex.
Well, why waste all that time?
Won't you please move the mules so we can get through?
It isn't that simple, miss. See, we're training these mules not to step off the trail for any reason. That's why it's safe for the tourists to ride them.
Well, now that we've all had our little lesson in mule psychology, we'll be on our way.
Hey, you'll never get through on that trail.
Well, I guess that mule skinner was right. This road wasn't built for automobiles.
Get out and try pushing, Bert.
My union card says I'm an assistant director, not a bulldozer.
Boy, I can tell that union of yours a thing or two.
Well, what are we going to do now?
Hey, here comes our long-eared friend. Maybe if we get that chip off your shoulder, we might get him to pull us out of here.
Yeah.
I ought to pin his long ears behind his neck.
That's exactly what we need. I've got a better idea.
Looks like you're stuck.
How could you tell?
Oh, it's pretty hard to fool an old-timer like me.
How about pulling us out with the mules?
Well, Mike, he's my boss. He's mighty particular how we handle these mules. But if you wait till we get out of sight over the next hill, I'm glad to help you out.
Great.
Well, I'm a good guy. $10 a head. Know who those people were I pulled out of the rut today? Part of a Hollywood crowd. It's up here making a moving picture. Took over the Murray Lodge.
I don't care who they are. All I know is you shouldn't have worked the mules that way.
Well, somebody had to pull them out of the rut. $50 is $50. Put in the treasury. I was talking to the director. Think I can make a deal with him.
What kind of a deal?
They need some animals in the picture. We can let them take 10 mules at $6 a day.
10 mules at $6 a day?
Mm-hmm.
That's almost $60.
No.
I don't see any harm in making a little extra money. We could certainly use it. But I want one thing understood. Those mules are not to be used for anything but riding. You understand?
Oh, don't worry. We'll be around to see if they don't.
All right, tell them it's a deal.
Already done it.
Looks like we have an early call tomorrow.
All right, Tex, make your entrance.
Oh, hello.
I thought I'd find you here.
I was just admiring the scenery. It's breathtaking, isn't it?
It sure is.
You know, every time I look at it, it grows more and more beautiful.
Yes, it does.
This has been the happiest 2 weeks of my life.
It has.
I hate to see it end.
Then why end it?
Cut. All right, boys. Let's move in for some close-ups.
Okay, boys. New deal. Set up right over here. You mean to say he gets paid for that kind of work?
You mean Ted?
Yeah.
He gets $1,000 a week.
$1,000 a week? Just kissing a girl? A few weeks of that kind of money, we'd get our mule concession paid up in no time.
Mule concession?
Uh-huh. $1,000 a week.
Mabel, come here to fix my hair.
Yeah, excuse me.
$1,000 a week.
He's not the right
That Tex is sure a lucky boy. You know, he actually gets $1,000 a week for making love to a girl.
I'd take even less. I'd do it for $900.
Things have certainly changed since I was a movie actor. Them were the days, you know. I can almost smell the grease paint in my nostrils.
That isn't grease paint. Better rub her down again.
Well, you killed me, Mike.
All right, you got that straight, Tex?
All set.
You start singing the song, and I'll bring Terry in on cue, okay? Okay. Is the mule ready?
One mule coming up. Yes, they're ready for us.
Here's the mule, Mr. Bennett. Where do you want it?
Inside the stall.
Oh, wait a minute. Mitch, is that the mule we're going to use?
Yes, why?
Oh, look at her. She looks like she's half asleep. I want one with a little zip.
What do you mean, zip?
Oh, one that's got plenty of kick.
Oh, the only mules like that are the ones that are unbroken and untrained. You know, they can be pretty rambunctious.
Wait a minute. Nobody's fooling around with an untrained mule. Look, Tex, we're 1,000 miles from Hollywood. If anything happens to anybody on this picture, I'm stuck. We're not taking any chances.
If not, you got that slingshot with you that you always carry around?
Slingshot? Well, you're the one that's always complaining about my using it.
Oh, go get it quick. I got the beginning of a beautiful idea.
Okay.
You're sure this mule is safe? Is he gentle?
Oh, gentle as a kitten. Wouldn't hurt a fly. Never kicked anybody in his life. Fact is, can't kick at all. It's got rheumatism.
That settles it. We're using this mule.
Well, okay, but don't blame me if the scene goes flat.
All right, let's get started, everybody.
Places, everyone. Leave the mule in there.
Kid. All set. All right, let's go. Quiet him down, Bert.
Quiet, please.
All right, in with the mule. Rolling.
Speed.
Start the playback.
While I'm riding through the sagebrush, a serenading to my muse, through the cow and cactus country, I'm a singing fool. I'd walk through the prairie, get weary, and then I'm back in the saddle, a-singing again. While I'm riding through the canyon, I'm a pioneer and cowboy, till I find someone to sing to, I'll just serenade my muse. I'll just serenade my muse.
Everything happens to me. Give me a drink.
That's tea the property man made for tomorrow's saloon scene.
Why should a little cash keep a healthy fella like you from walking?
Oh, Mitch, how can I get around with this thing on my leg?
Okay, Tex. You're right. Look, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Tomorrow we'll shoot around you. You take a nice, long rest. Then the next day you go back to work a new man.
The doctor says this cast stays on for at least 2 weeks.
Doctors? What do doctors know about it? Does he know how much each day's delay is going to cost me?
No.
Maybe not, but the doctor says that cast stays on for at least 2 weeks, and that's good enough for me. And oh, by the way, Mitch, has anyone notified publicity about my accident?
Publicity? 1,000 miles from Hollywood, 50 people on the payroll, and my leading man selfishly goes and breaks his leg.
Yeah, you and your selfish pleasures. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Stop picking on him, miss. Someone to think he did it on purpose.
Yeah. Sure, how did I know that crazy mule was going to kick me at that moment? And could I help it if I landed on my leg?
Well, if you'd used your brains, you would have played it safe and landed on your head.
Boy, oh boy, do I get sympathy around here. I suppose if I'd been killed, you'd sue me for breach of contract.
Test me. Jump off a cliff and find out.
Oh, miss, you're not being fair.
Yeah, and who was the fella that could handle anything on 4 legs? Who wanted a mule with plenty of kick? That mule skin warned you, but you were too smart to listen.
Ah, it's your own fault for putting the scene in the picture in the first place. I'm no mule trainer. I am an actor.
Just say you're not a mule trainer. Then stop. Oh, gentle as a kitten, huh? Wouldn't hurt a fly, huh? Rheumatism, huh?
Oh, take it easy, Mr. Bennett. I was just as surprised as everybody else when that mule cut loose. Can't figure it out. You know what I think?
What?
Tex, where you from?
New Jersey, why?
I thought so.
What's that got to do with it?
It was a Texas mule.
Now he tells me. And now I suppose you're going to tell me how I can finish this picture with my leading man in a plaster cast.
Sure am. I produced a picture once about animals. Called it The Tame of the Shrew. Why don't you replace him with someone else?
Oh, that's easier said than done.
Don't you kid yourself. No, the only thing is I can't wire Hollywood. I talked the old man into this trip, and if he finds out something went wrong, I'm sunk.
But you don't have to wire Hollywood, Mr. Bennett. How about that lad I spoke to you about?
Oh, don't bother me.
Well, he's got everything. Rugged, can ride, fight, shoot, sing, even handle mules, too.
Yeah. But can he act?
Like a whiz. Taught him everything I know. One afternoon, took about an hour. Sure like to give you a sample of his acting.
Oh, leave me alone. I got enough troubles.
Yeah, but you couldn't lose anything by seeing him.
Hey, maybe I could rewrite the script so the text plays the rest of the picture in a wheelchair.
Oh, now that sounds real romantic.
You'd probably like to add a scene where the wheelchair goes over the edge of the canyon.
Don't tempt me.
Pour me a drink, stranger.
What do you want?
Whiskey.
That's tea.
Smile when you say that, stranger.
2 week?
Every time I leave you alone, you get into trouble. Now, give me those guns before you get killed.
Well, it wasn't my fault, Mike. Wendy told me to do it.
Wendy?
What are you thinking, Mr. Bennett? Great Western actor, huh?
Of all the lame bread.
I'm telling you, if you just give him a chance, he'll solve your whole problem for you.
Yeah, you may be right at that. Yeah, he's got the bill for it. Not bad looking. The women would go for him, and the men would like him, too.
Sure, he's got everything it takes.
Turn around. Let me see your profile. You in the plaid shirt. What's your name?
Mike. Mike Adams.
All right, Mike, turn around. Let me see your profile. All right, now walk toward me slowly. Turn to your right. All right, now turn around this way. Smile.
Hey, what goes on here?
You're right. He could do it at that.
Well, he ain't the one.
Mitch, what are you talking about?
Using him in the picture instead of text. Wouldn't cost us any time except to remake a couple of scenes we've already shot. And Mr. Lippert will perhaps thank me for discovering a new star.
Star? What about the songs in the picture?
Oh, we can dub in somebody else's voice for the songs. As for his being an actor, I'll make an actor out of him. My name isn't Mitch Bennett for nothing.
Wait a minute. You're overlooking one thing. I'm not interested in being an actor. I don't want any part of it. Come on, half-note.
How'd I do, Wendy?
My lips are sealed.
Well, I guess that's that.
Oh, no, it ain't, Mr. Bennett. I'll talk to him. He can't leave you in a spot like this, especially at $1,000 a week.
500.
Oh, I admit that $500 a week is a lot of money. And I admit we need it badly. But, Winnie, this whole thing is ridiculous.
Son, it ain't ridiculous. I read where plenty of Western stars got their start that way.
Even if I was willing to do it, I doubt if I'd make the grade.
Well, Mr. Bennett thinks you can. He's a very great director. It's his business to know those things. Besides, you want to build that new corral, don't you? You don't have to make a career of it. 2 weeks, you can put away as much as you can save in a whole season here. Sit down, stupid.
I heard someone knocking.
That was opportunity. Golden opportunity. Mike don't care anything about us. We'll probably lose the concession. Of course, we can always go get a job. And then when we get old, they'll probably take us out and shoot us the way they do old mules.
But, Wendy, we ain't mules.
In your case, that's debatable.
Okay, cut the gab. All right. If Bennett's willing to take the gamble, I'll do it. But I want you to remember one thing. When this thing is over, I'm going to hate myself the rest of my life.
I knew my boy wouldn't let me down.
I don't know what kind of an actor I'm going to make.
Don't you worry. I'll work with you. Look, copy the script. We'll start with that love scene between you and the girl.
Oh, no, you won't.
Well, that's the first thing they're going to start in the morning. We got to practice it.
If you want to practice, you practice with half note.
What part do you want me to play?
You play Lulu. Scene. A Western street. Day. Larry is standing against a post rolling a cigarette. Around film, you got to be careful of matches. Lulu comes walking down the street. She gives him the eye. And then she deliberately drops her handkerchief and walks on. I'll read your part. I reckon you dropped this, ma'am. I reckon you dropped this, ma'am. I reckon you dropped this, ma'am.
Oh, thank you so much. You're new around here, aren't you, handsome?
Just rode in, ma'am. I'm looking for an old friend. Montana Pete. Skip.
Montana, are you looking for him or his pretty blonde sister?
Oh, little Susie. Shucks, ma'am. She's just a little girl in pigtails.
She is, huh? I like you, handsome. Kiss me.
Certainly don't waste any time in the movies, do they?
Looks like all they do is go around kissing strange girls.
Well, if those kissing scenes get too tired for you, Mike, maybe I could double for you.
Yeah, maybe you could.
Those eyes will never do.
What's wrong with him?
And that nose. Well, the mouth looks all right, but it could use some lipstick. Chin. What to do with the chin? It'll be difficult, Mr. Bennett, but I'll do the best I can.
Doesn't he like my face, or is he always like that?
Clarence tries to make a glamour boy out of everybody. Look, Clarence, the part calls for a rugged character. He looks okay to me the way he is.
Just a touch of powder, huh?
No powder.
But you look awful. No one will like you.
I will. How's my new leading man?
I feel all right, but I don't know how leading I am.
Want to try another rehearsal, or should we try to shoot one?
Yeah, I feel like a guy ready to be hanged. I'll take a crack at it if you're ready.
Why not? What have we got to lose but a few feet of film?
All right, we'll try it. Okay, boys, we're ready. Now, remember, Mike, wait until I signal you in for your entrance.
Stand by, everybody.
All right, quiet them down, Bert.
Okay, Mr. Bennett. Settle down, please. Places, everyone.
All right, roll them.
Speed.
Wait until I send you in, Mike. All right, make your entrance, Terry.
Oh, hello.
I thought I'd find you here.
I was just admiring the scenery. It's breathtaking, isn't it?
Sure is.
You know, every time I look at it, it grows more and more beautiful.
Yeah, sure does.
This has been the happiest 2 weeks of my life.
Has?
I hate to see it end.
Why end it?
No. Cut! You got to be a little bit more relaxed, Mike. And you don't grab a girl like she's a sack of potatoes.
Hey, Mr. Bennett, I've never done anything like this before.
You mean you've never held a girl in your arms before?
Oh, sure I have, but Not in front of a lot of people like that.
All right, let's do it again, but this time be a little bit more gentle, a little more tender.
Oh, wait a minute, Mitch. This isn't an easy scene. And for someone who's never been before the cameras before, it's doubly hard.
Yes, I guess you're right.
Why don't we postpone this scene? Do some of the other sequences first. And by that time, he might be more at ease.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Maybe a little action will loosen you up, make you more relaxed.
Yeah, and might at that.
All right, we'll knock it off here, fellas. Why don't you kids take a few hours off until we get set up for the fight sequences?
Thanks. If you're not going to be busy for a couple of hours, perhaps you'd like to take a drive and I'll show you the canyon.
Well, I'd like that very much.
Fine. Gee, I hope this picture works out. I guess I'll always be a flop as the great lover.
Oh, you'll learn. You can see the whole canyon from here. What's that over there?
Oh, that? That's called the Watchtower. From there, you can get a better view of the Colorado River without going down in the canyon.
And the little trail that twists and winds down there, what's that?
Oh, that's Jacob's Ladder. See those little specks down there?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's mule train. Now, when they get to the bottom, they'll come out on the Bright Angel. And just below us is another mule train coming up the Kaibab Trail. And that flat area there, just beyond this first ridge, well, that's Tonto Plateau.
Breathtaking, isn't it?
Seems to me I've heard that line before.
Oh, yes. In the picture.
Yeah, in the love scene. You know, it seems kind of funny making love to a girl you hardly even know.
Well, by the time we get around to it, you'll know me better.
I'm beginning to already. You know, I was just thinking how I misjudged you people the first time I met you on the trail. I thought you were all selfish and self-centered.
And now?
This goes to show how wrong a fella can be.
Well, I think we better start that. It's about time for you to face the canvas.
Uh-oh.
Now, you got it straight, Mike?
I think I've got it, Mr. Bennett. He comes in on my left and I turn around.
No, you turn first.
Oh.
Now, is that clear, Mike?
Well, maybe after this, Mitch will appreciate actors, huh? I thought I'd die laughing this morning at that character trying to play that love scene with you. He was about as convincing as a Democrat in Vermont. Well, Mitch asked for it. It's his funeral. Oh, don't worry yourself, beautiful. This'll soon be over and we'll be on our way. You know, I was thinking that maybe on our way back to Hollywood we could drop off someplace and let some justice of the peace pick up a couple of bucks, huh?
We'll talk about that some other time, Tex. After you're up and around.
Are you sure that's clear, Mike?
Yeah.
All right, let's try one. Places, everybody.
Quiet, please. This is the tape.
Roll 'em.
Speed.
Action.
How many times have I told you to stop annoying me?
Oh, you got me all wrong, baby. Why can't we be friends?
Get your dirty hands off of me. Let go!
Oh, cut.
Why don't you try getting them mad? Maybe it'll make them fight.
Hey, maybe a little love tap might do the trick at that. What's the matter, Mike?
I just can't hit him, Mr. Bennett.
I don't think you know how to hit.
Oh, it isn't that.
That's better, Mike. Now...
Hey, Mr. Bennett. Hey, Mr. Bennett.
I didn't mean...
Are you sick? Yeah. All the fool things. Hitting the director. Morgan saw that wallop. He refused to finish the fight scenes. Didn't want any part of you.
Yeah, they had to send to Hollywood to get a double. They're postponing the fight scene until he gets here.
It all happened so quick I didn't realize it.
Good thing I fixed it.
Look, I can't bring myself to hitting someone I haven't got anything against.
You don't have to. There's a way of throwing a punch that makes it look like you're hitting somebody and you ain't. Something I learned in the ring. You know, I'm the only man in the fight game that held the lightweight and the heavyweight championship at the same time.
How could you do that?
Fought under two different names.
But weren't you too heavy to be a lightweight and too light to be a heavyweight?
Don't ask such silly questions. Come on, get up. Put your dukes up. Let's show my how it's done.
Gosh, what do you know? I'm a killer.
I just can't get it.
I don't think you know how that is. This is supposed to be a fight. It takes two people to make a fight. Hit him! Hit him! Hit him! Hit him!
Picking Mike for the lead was a smart move on your part, Mr. Bennett. We're making swell time on the picture.
Yeah, things are going nicely. I hope nothing happens to upset the apple cart.
Are you the director?
No. Shall I get rid of her, boss?
We're very busy, little girl. Could you come back another time?
Yeah, we're very busy. Come back another time.
I can sing.
Okay, kid.
My name's Penny.
I know. Here, Penny. Here's a nickel. Beat it.
But I can sing.
Your secret is safe with me. Go on.
You're cute. Now can I sing?
Let her sing, boss. I only got 1 foot left.
While I'm riding through the sagebrush, a serenading to my mule. Through the cow and cactus country, I'm a yodeling fool. I'd walk through the prairie, get weary, and then I'm back in the saddle, a-yodeling again. While I'm riding through the sagebrush, I'm a pioneering cowgirl, till I find
find someone to sing to, I'll just yodel to my mule.
It's very nice, Benny, but there's nothing for you in this picture.
Kids on the prairie are dancing.
Oh, no, listen up. You heard the man. Come on.
Horses and
You gotta go.
camels swaying.
You gotta go.
Like
Stop picking on that child, you big baboon. That was lovely, honey. You come with me.
Oh, there goes the other foot.
Now, if you're through playing footsies, we'll go back to work, huh?
Huh. Yeah.
Gee, this has been a hectic 3 weeks. You know, I didn't know that actors had to work so hard.
Actresses, too. But I must say you learned the ropes in a hurry. Mitch is delighted with your work.
Yeah? I never would have caught on if it hadn't been for you. You helped me a lot, and I appreciate it.
Someone had to do the same thing for me when I first got started.
You know, Bennett wants me to go back to Hollywood after this is over.
Are you?
No. I'm just doing this to get enough money to pay off our mule concession. Besides, this isn't my kind of life. I could never get used to pretending all the time. I'd certainly never get the knack of kissing a girl in front of a camera with a mob of people standing around.
Hi, Mitch.
Hi, honey.
Well, how does it feel to have a cast off your leg?
Where have you been?
Out riding.
With your new leading man, I suppose.
I don't think that's any of your business.
Why don't you two characters stop barking at each other?
When are you going to finish this opus, Mitch?
Oh, a couple more days should wrap it up. We're going to do the big fight in the morning. Morgan's double's coming in.
Double? Who are you using?
Rocky Thompson.
Rocky Thompson.
When I give you the signal, you rush in. All right?
Yes,
Roll 'em.
Quiet, please. We're rolling. Speed.
Action.
How many times have I told you to stop annoying me?
Well, you got me all wrong, baby. Why can't we be friends?
Take your dirty hands off of me. Let's go.
Cut! Hold your positions. All right, you can step out, Terry. We'll get close-ups to you later. All right, we're ready for you, Rocky.
Okay, Mr. Bennett?
Give me a good fight, Rocky, but take it easy on him. I got a couple of scenes to do with him yet.
Don't worry about that, Mr. Bennett. Look, pal, if I accidentally let one go once in a while, why, I don't get sore about it.
don't let that bother you, Rocky.
All right, here we go. Mike clear, Smitty?
All clear, boss.
All right, roll him.
We're rolling. Speed.
Action.
Stop it, Mitch, stop it.
How about it, boss?
Don't miss any of this.
Sure are big and strong.
Yeah, I reckon we are.
Oh, I'll have that fixed in a jiffy. Water.
Water.
Streptococcus.
Huh?
Germs.
Oh.
Iodine.
Iodine.
Swab.
Swab.
Gauze.
Gauze.
Scissors.
Scissors.
Adhesive tape.
Adhesive tape.
Oh, fudge.
Fudge.
Oh, thanks. There you are. Think I'll live? Might.
Gee, you patched him up real nice, Wendy.
It wasn't anything. You've done much better with my scalpel and other surgical instruments.
Other surgical instruments?
Sure. I was considered one of the greatest surgeons in the world once. Till I got the shakes. When I used to perform an operation, the gallery was filled with surgeons, doctors too. I'll never forget an operation I had in Vienna. Very delicate operation. I removed a man's esophagus. Oh, the gallery was crowded. They gave me a tremendous ovation when I finished. Rather touching. So for an encore, I came back and moved the man's appendix.
Did he live?
Heirs cut me in on the will.
You know, for the life of me, I can't figure out why that guy sailed into me the way he did. Well, they wanted a good fight, and they got one.
Well, you'll be just as good as new for your love scene tomorrow.
I'd rather have another fight than do that.
That's all right. Want to practice the scene with me?
Oh.
How do you like it?
Yeah, this'll be fine, Bert. It'll make a good background for the love scene.
Sure. I figure we set the camera up over there for the medium shot, then pull around, move in for the close-ups. Sure. How do you like it?
I wish it was as easy as you make it sound.
Huh?
I'll never forget the first time we tried to shoot a love scene with that guy.
Yeah.
Everything else he did was fine. That fight was a lulu. Yeah, if only he could make love the way he handles his dukes, my troubles would be over.
Well, the fight was great because it was really on the level. When Rocky started to rough him up, he got really sore and gave it everything he had.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, wait a minute. I think you got something there.
Where?
What you said about Mike giving the fight everything he had because he thought it was on the level.
What are you talking about?
Where's Terry?
The last time I saw her, she was heading for the lodge.
Oh, Mitch, it's the craziest idea I ever heard of. I just can't do it.
Oh, look, honey, I need a love scene, and you know how awkward he was the last time we tried it.
But I don't see how it can possibly work.
Well, that depends upon you.
Sure, the guy's stuck on you. He'll do anything you say. You can wrap him around your little pinky.
Now, I figured that I could tell him we were postponing the scene again. Maybe you and he could go to some prearranged spot. I'd have the cameras and microphones hidden, and who knows? If the guy doesn't realize that the camera is trained on him, he may not be so self-conscious. He may open up and say things and do things that he wouldn't in front of a camera.
Sure.
Oh, it'd make the picture, Terry.
Yeah?
But how do I know what he's liable to talk about? He might talk about the weather, his pet mule, anything. Might not even fit in with the rest of the script.
I'll make it fit.
Yeah.
And besides, you could lead the conversation to make him say the things that we want him to say.
Mitch, if I thought it could possibly work...
It will.
Will it?
I'll work it out so that we don't overlook a thing.
There's one thing you're all overlooking. What about Mike? If he ever finds out about it after it's over, he's going to feel like an awful jerk.
He doesn't ever have to find out.
Sure.
Now, how about it, Terry? Oh, I don't very often ask you for favors, Terry. But I am now. Please.
All right, Mitch. For your sake, I'll do it.
Good girl.
Hey, Joe, cover that mic good.
How many microphones have you spotted?
3. One over on the edge, one up against the rock, and one over there.
I hope you haven't missed anything.
Oh, not a chance, the way we got this camera covered.
I hope you're right.
Hey, boys, cover up the camera.
Okay, Bert. Come on, Jimmy. Cover it up.
And be sure you don't cover up the lens.
Yeah, be sure you don't cover up the lens.
Get that twig right in front of the lens. Down. That's good.
All right, take a look and see if you can spot him coming.
Right, Chief. Here they come.
All right, boys, let's get out of here. All right, Bert, you stand by the camera.
Yeah.
There was Windy and Half Note and myself stuck with the mules. You know, half the time Windy thinks Half Note's a mule because he's so doggone stubborn. I'm beginning to like this life. You get a lot of time to yourself and you get paid for it. Hey,
Oh, Mitch said something about the sound recorder being off or something.
Oh. Hey, you see that spot over there? No, over there. That's where we're building our new corrals.
It looks like a wonderful spot for it.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I'm glad we could be away together today.
Are you?
There were a lot of things I wanted to talk to you about.
There's a lot of things I'd like to talk to you about, too.
What are they?
You know, it's a funny thing. When I'm alone, I seem to be able to say them all right, but when I'm with you, I get kind of speechless.
Certainly don't sound like a man who's speechless.
One thing I'd like to tell you. I'll be kind of sorry when this is over.
Does it ever have to be over?
Never should have happened.
Why?
Well, because now I've got you in my system. I don't know whether I'll ever be able to get you out.
Well, is that bad?
Well, I don't exactly like to think of spending the rest of my life trying to forget you and not being able to.
Maybe I don't want you to forget.
Why all the camouflage? Well. We learn something new every day.
You know, Wendy, I have you to thank for all this. If you hadn't talked me into making that picture, this never would have happened. I can hardly believe it.
Hardly believe it myself. You mean to say she actually said she's going to marry you?
Not in so many words.
Sure like to tie the knot. Only my dues in the Justice of Peace Union ain't paid up.
Were you a justice of peace?
Huh. Held a lot of high offices. Justice Peaces, councilman, alderman, senator. Even made notary public once.
Hey, a little jumpy tonight, fellas. I think I'll go out and take a smoke.
Love stick.
Margie, have you checked to see that all the sequences have been fully covered?
Yes, Mr. Bennett. The love scene you shot today takes care of all the retakes.
Good. You call the studio and tell them I want to see a rough cut of the picture as soon as we get in.
Okay.
You know, Mabel, I'm awful glad this one's over. It's really been a toughie.
I'll bet.
Jerry, honey, I want to thank you for playing that love scene. You pulled me out of a spot, and I'll never forget it. Well, I think I better call the old man and tell him the picture's all wrapped up. I'll see you later.
Want to play some gin?
I feel like a heel.
You should. How do you suppose he's going to feel after he sees the picture?
Probably hate me.
That's an understatement.
Well, then I won't let him find out that way. I'll tell him myself now. Mike, about this afternoon, there's something you must know.
All I know, Terry, is the most wonderful afternoon in my life.
Oh, Mike.
Very good. Very good. That was even better than the love scene you played this afternoon. Too bad Bennett didn't have a camera on this one.
are you talking about?
Get out of here, Tex.
All right, Terry, I'll get out. But I hate to see a guy made a sucker of. Why, this whole deal's just been a gag. Surely you're not sap enough to think that Terry would fall for a guy like you. You were such a bad actor that she had to play you along to get a decent love scene out of you for Bennett. He had a camera hidden and photographed the whole thing. You're a liar. All right, so I'm a liar. Ask her. It's true. You ought to thank me for this, pal.
Yeah, I should.
Terry certainly is taking it pretty hard.
She'll get over it as soon as she gets back to Hollywood.
I hope so.
Here they come, boss.
Well, I'm ready, Mitch.
We'll take off as soon as the car gets here. Terry, honey, if I had any idea it was going to turn out like this, I never would have dreamed up that love scene between you and Mike.
Not your fault. How could you tell I was going to fall in love with him?
You're really in love with him?
Do you have to ask? Just look at it.
I thought things like this happen only in the movies.
Yeah, remember that picture we made last year called Romance on the Range? It was the same situation. The boy and girl had a misunderstanding. They split up. When the girl's life was in danger, they got together again.
What's that got to do with this? Movies aren't like real life. I wish you'd all stop talking about it.
Wait a minute, Terry. Bert may have something there.
What, again?
Terry, an idea's beginning to perk. If it works, it might bring him back to you.
Oh, no, Mitch. I've had enough of your ideas.
Well, honey, what have you got to lose?
Mabel's right. You remember those two heavies that we used on Romance on the Range?
Yeah.
How soon could you get them up here?
I'll call Hollywood, and if they get a plane right away, they should be up here this afternoon. What's up?
Don't ask any questions. Get on the phone. If this works, you get a bonus.
Bonus?
Round up those two pals of Mike's. You know, that windy character and the other fella half-wit.
His name's Half-Note.
All right, half-note.
He is a half-wit, though.
Will you get going?
What are you up to?
Just leave everything to me, Terry. Mitch Bennett is about to direct his greatest scene.
Here he comes.
Quick now.
Come on, start out.
How many were there?
Oh, I don't
Which way did they go? We'll stop here. How many were there? Did you see the face? It's Terry. She's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
Yeah, we were out riding, and two men grabbed us. I got away, but they took Terry.
Two guys escaped from the state pen this morning. It was on the radio. It must have been them.
Half-Note's gone after him.
We're waiting for the sheriff.
By the time he gets here, they get lost in the canyon. Can you ride?
Sure.
Well, come on, show me where it happened.
Okay.
You got a gun? Two of them.
I don't want to miss any of this. Come on, we'll take the car.
Holy smoke! I gave the loaded one. There was too many of them for me, Mike. They went that away.
You better stay with him. Come on.
How'd I do?
Oh, you were terrific, Cookie. You really were.
Oh, good.
You were just the cutest one.
Did you think I'm good enough that they might sign me?
Well, they just better. Oh, honey.
Which way Mike go?
He went that away. How'd I do, Wendy?
You're still a terrible actor.
I thought I did pretty good. Never had any lessons.
on, Bert. Any sign of him yet, Miss Terry?
No, not yet.
Well, Nickel, if we don't show up for a couple of hours, I'd like to get some overtime in on this. There's your nickel, raise your dime.
You boys sure you know what to do?
Sure, Mr. Bennett rehearsed us. It's going to be just like that scene we did in Romance on the Range. What do you got?
Two pair, aces up.
All fiddlesticks.
Here he comes.
Pete, you get down there. Miss Terry, when I give you the cue, scream.
I still don't know if I should go through with this.
This is a good spot. We can see everything from here.
Yeah. Are you boys sure those guns are loaded with blanks?
Sure, I checked them myself. This guy's shooting blanks, too? Sure he is. We've been double-crossed. Those are the healthiest blanks I ever saw being shot. They sure are.
Mike! Oh, Mike! Oh, got to tell you, there's a bad find here in that gun. It's liable to go off in your face.
Looks like they're giving up anyway.
Guess they don't like the sound of real bullets.
This may be a trap. Be careful. Come on.
Throw out your guns and put up your hands.
Something must have gone wrong. Pete, when that guy gets here, see if he can jump him. Otherwise, Mr. Bennett's going to be plenty sore. He wants us to make this look like a real fight. Yeah.
Boss, this is a great scene. Too bad we haven't got a camera on it.
Yeah. I probably could have gotten an Academy Award for it.
We could use that.
All right, Wendy, keep him covered. Are you all right? Hey, Wendy, keep these mugs covered this time, and I'll start back for the sheriff.
Hey, wait a minute.
I don't get it. It works in every picture. Why don't it work in real life?
You and your ideas. You're fired.
What's the matter with you?
I got news for you, sweetheart. I saw Romance on the Range 6 times. My favorite picture.
Why, Mike Adams, you double-crossing...
Gee whittakers, half-note. I didn't know you were such a lady killer.
Oh, girls always fell for me, ever since I was a little shaver. I never will forget the time that rich widow chased me all over the country. No matter where I went, there she was, right behind me. One night she followed me into the hotel.